Hello, long time no see. My name is Rachel. I'll be guiding you through about 60 minutes of power vinyasa. You're going to need two blocks and a strap for practice today, and we are going to build up to a posture called fallen triangle, which is a variation of side plank. So we are going to do a lot of core work today. We're going to do a fair amount of twisting to help prep us for fallen triangle as it really comes from our internal and external obliques or side body core muscles. So we're going to dive into that today. Um, let's go ahead and get started on our backs. Take your legs up the wall. So soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Rest your hands wherever is most comfortable. You can flex and point your toes. You can roll out your ankles. You can bend and straighten your legs a few times. And as you just start to arrive on your mat and settle into your space, if you notice your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs feel really tight, or you're feeling any discomfort through your low back here, you can reverse tabletop, or excuse me, you can tabletop your legs, knees over hips, calves parallel to the floor instead. You may notice your lower abdominals turn on as you do that. That's okay. We're going to start moving into some abdominal work soon enough. And just take a few moments to acknowledge what you're bringing onto your mat today. Tune in to how you're feeling physically, mentally, emotionally. And then grant yourself a few open mouth exhales. And seal your lips. Begin to lengthen your inhales and especially your exhales in and out through your nose. Start to slow your breath down. All right, from here, take your arms back overhead. So biceps are aligned with your ears and your thumbs rest on the ground behind you. Gather your low ribs in and drop your tailbone towards the ground a bit. You may notice your heels shift forward. On an inhale, rather, lower your right heel to hover a few inches above the mat. Suck the head of your right thigh bone back into the hip socket and reach through both heels. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull your right leg back up. Now inhale, lower your left heel to hover. Breathe. Draw navel to spine. Lengthen through your ring fingers. Find a little more reach. And again, suck the head of your left thigh bone back into the hip socket. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull left leg up. We move on the breath. Inhale, lower right. Exhale, lift. Inhale, left. Exhale, lift. Inhale, right. Exhale, lift. Inhale, left. Exhale, lift. Few more. Inhale, right. Exhale, lift. Inhale, left. Exhale, lift. Inhale, right. Exhale, lift. Inhale, left. Exhale, lift. Release your feet to the mat about hip width distance apart. Ankles are slightly forward of the knees. Keep your arms where they are. Take a breath in to press into the balls of your feet. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, come into bridge pose. So firing up the backside body, backside core, glutes engage. Gently wrap your inner thighs towards the mat. Tilt your chin away from your chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, release to the mat. Few more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bridge, press down, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, strong glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last time, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, gather your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, rock side to side, massage your low back. Take your feet back up the wall, legs back up the wall. This time, arms down by your sides, palms kiss the mat. If you want more of a challenge, you can always flip your palms up. Stay heavy through your shoulder blades. Take an inhale, pull navel to spine. Exhale, lower your legs about 30 degrees. Hug your inner thighs. Breath in. Exhale, lower to about 60 degrees. Feel that your mid and low back are still grounded. Inhale. Exhale, hover your heels to 90 degrees. Breath in, zip the inner thighs together. Exhale, take your legs back up, starting position. Whoo. Inhale. Exhale, lower 30. Inhale, gather the ribs in. Exhale, lower 60. Breath in, reach through your heels. Exhale, hover, hold 90. Mid and low back are grounded. Inhale. Exhale, legs back up. Maybe you flip palms up if you want a little more challenge. Last time, take an inhale. Exhale, lower 30. Breath in. Exhale, lower 60. Breath in. Exhale, hover 90. Inhale. Exhale, back up, starting position. Release your knees wider than your ribs. Come into happy baby pose. That should feel really good after that inner thigh and pelvic floor work. As you draw your knees towards your armpits, gently send your tailbone towards your mat. Breath in. Exhale, knees to chest. Rock up to a tall seat. And you can stay facing forward, the short top end of your mat. I'm going to turn and face you for this next bit. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees open wide, Baddha Konasana. Take your hands back behind you. Excuse me, press the earth away. Sit up tall. Inhale. Press your feet together as you exhale. Now inhale, Upta Konasana. Extend your legs out to a nice V shape. Exhale, Baddha Konasana. Pull it back in. Inhale, Upta Konasana. Open up. Exhale, Baddha Konasana. Bring it in. Few more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Pause. Bring your hands to your outer thighs. Then bring your inner thighs together. Float your calves parallel to the floor. Bent knee, boat pose. Hold onto your hamstrings. So notice if you're really rounding, dumping into the low back like so. Pull your chest forward. Lift up out of your back ribs. If you're like, whoo, this is a lot, you can bring your toes to the earth. You may notice a little rock forward on your sits bones, a little more length in your spine, more height through the crown of your head. Figure out the layer that feels best and strongest in your body, yeah? Pull your shoulders out of your ears. You can stay here. You can stay here. If you want to add on an inhale, come into low boat. Get nice and long, nice and low, just with our leg lifts, mid and low back round. Lift your shoulder blades here. Breath in, hug the inner thighs. Exhale, bent knee boat pose. You can grab your hamstrings, help pull your chest forward and up, yeah? Again, option to stay, or inhale, low boat. Exhale, bent knee boat pose. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Few more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach your arms up. Maybe you extend your legs. Breath in. Exhale, cross your legs, roll over your shins. Step to downward facing dog. So spread your fingers. Send your hips up and back. And take any movement here you feel you need. As you're ready, find stillness in your dog pose. Drive through your fingertips. Roll outer armpits in towards your face. So roll elbow creases towards the top of your mat. Pull your ribs in and then tilt your tailbone towards the sky. Now inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Shoulders over wrists, ankles over toes. Roll your elbow creases forward again. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. And then firm your thighs. Breathe. Starting to build some heat within the body. Although today is very humid. I'm already sweating. I'm already warm. Maybe you are too. Take a breath in, draw navel to spine. Exhale, forearm plank. Lower down, one forearm at a time. And you have a couple of options. Forearms can be parallel to each other or palms together. Narrow your elbows slightly for an A-frame shape. Determine what feels best through your shoulders. Gently send your tailbone towards your heels. Pull your shoulders out of your ears again. Breathe. Chin away from chest. Now lower knees, thighs, belly to the mat. Inch your elbows forward a bit. Then inhale, Sphinx pose. Press through the tops of your feet to lift your collarbones up towards your face. A nice little front body stretch after all that core work. You're welcome to turn your head side to side, open through your neck a bit, maybe in through your pecs a bit. Breath in. Exhale, forearm plank, curl your toes, firm your thighs, lift your hips. Then inhale, high plank, come up to your palms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Come into a standing forward fold for just a few rounds of breath. You're always welcome to take your forward fold into more of a ragdoll by capturing opposite elbows. You'll get a little more armpit and lats release. You can shift forward and back, sway side to side, bend deeply into one knee, straighten the opposite leg, and then swap it out. Check in with your breath. Nice. Come to stillness. Release your fingertips to the mat if you're not there already. And inhale, halfway lift your spine. Fingers come to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, half lift. Try the thighs if you haven't before. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Use your upper back muscles to bring your shoulders out of your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, reverse swan dive up Take your steeple grip overhead. So interlace your fingers, but pointer fingers stay long. Pull the ribs in, gently spiral your inner thighs towards the back of your space. Inhale to lengthen outer armpits up. Exhale, side body stretch to the right, reach up, then over. Now inhale, come back to center, lift up out of the back ribs. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Inhale, come to center, we floss it out on the breath. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Last time, inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, chair pose. Drop your hips. Release the steeple grip, and then wrap your palms towards the ceiling. Relax your shins forward. Drop your hips deeper. And then send your hip creases towards the back of your mat. One point of focus. You can always take hands to heart center. That feels better on your neck, on your shoulders, upper back. Pull your heels apart. Feel outer hips turn on. Take an inhale. Exhale, frog squat. Widen your stance. So toe heel your feet out. Heels in, toes out. Drop your hips. Elbows between inner thighs. So if you're having a hard time grounding your heels, that means you need to take a wider stance and your squat's going to be up a little higher. That's fine. Your thighs and your core are just going to work a little bit more. Shoulders out of ears, draw up through the crown of your head. Take an inhale. Exhale, bent knee boat pose. Take your hands back behind you to help yourself lower down with control. Calves come parallel to the earth. You can grab your hammies again if that feels good. Move your heart forward and up. Maybe you notice you roll forward on your sits bones a bit. Reach both palms forward. Spread your fingers, hug your inner thighs. Take an inhale. Exhale, cross your legs. Roll over your shins. Step to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, frog squat. Widen your stance, drop your hips. Stay for your inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bent knee, boat pose. Come on down, float your calves. Reach both palms forward. Take an inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, cross your legs, roll over your shins, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, frog squat. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bent knee, boat pose. Pause. This time, separate your legs about hip width. Take your arms forward. Take an inhale. Oh, just kidding. Keep your inner thighs together. Exhale, seated side crow to the right. So inner thighs together. Pull your heart forward, lift your ankles. Now inhale, come back to center. Exhale, seated side crow to the left. Right forearm, left thigh. Pull your chest forward. Lift the ankles. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, cross your legs. Roll over your shins. Step to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Easy breath out. Again, inhale. Side out, exhale. We add on. Inhale, lift your right heel high.
Pause in your three-legged dog. Drive through your fingertips. Soften your left knee a bit, and then roll right inner thigh towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, open your hips, scorpion your dog. Take movement if that feels good. Squeeze right heel to right glute. Stay in this open position as you inhale. Exhale, right knee, right triceps. Bring your shoulders forward over your wrists. Right knee connects to upper arm bone. Try and pull it above the elbow. Lift your hips up, round your spine. Inhale, three-legged dog, up and back. Exhale, right knee, left triceps, cross body. Shift forward, twist from your belly button. Look forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Pause. Hug your right hip in. And inhale, high crescent lunge. Reach your fingertips forward, then up. Few rounds of breath here. One point of focus. Get settled. Feel strong and stable. Notice if your ribs are popping out, pull them in. Take an inhale, lift outer armpit. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Left arm forward, right arm back behind you. Now, if you notice you're shifted way forward like this, bend into your back knee a bit so you can lean your shoulders back. If you bend into your back knee, firm your left glute to lift it in line with your right. You can keep your arms straight. For a deeper twist through the upper back, you can bend your elbows. Stay strong through your right big toe. Take an inhale. Gently work your right shoulder back as you exhale. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, high plank. Hands to the mat. Step your right foot back. Breath in. Exhale, forearm plank. Come on down. Splay your left forearm in at a diagonal. Inhale, forearm side plank. Roll onto the edges of both feet. Right hand high. So instead of stacking your feet, kick your right foot in front of your left like a kickstand. Yeah, you'll have the option to stack it later, but for now, we want to focus on balance. Drive through your left forearm and then squeeze that space right underneath your left armpit to lift up out of your left side body. Now take your right arm overhead at a diagonal, deep side body stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forearm plank. Splay right forearm in. Inhale, forearm side plank. Again, use your left foot as a kickstand to start. Kick it in front of your right. Lift your bottom hip. Bring a little more awareness into the back of your skull, and then left arm overhead. Reach for the floor. Lift your hips. Inhale. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, dog pose. Inhale, your left heel high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. If you need movement, take it. Stay in this open position as you inhale. Exhale, left knee, left triceps. Come forward. Lift your hips, round your spine. Really drive through your fingertips. Inhale, left heel up and back. Exhale, left knee, right triceps. Cross body. Again, try and connect above the elbow. You may need to hop your back toes up a little bit to find that connection. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Pause. Shimmy your right foot back. Drop your hips. Pull your heart forward. Inhale, high crescent. Take your time to come up. Free up your left toes. Lay them back down. Now drive through your left heel. Take an inhale. Exhale, open twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. You may notice this side feels different. Totally normal. Again, option to bend into that back knee, your right knee, to help bring your shoulders back. Squeeze your right glute, lift your right hip. Option to bend or cactus the elbows. Inhale. Rotate as you exhale. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, high plank. Breath in, navel to spine. Exhale, forearm plank. Splay your left forearm in. Inhale, forearm side plank, top arm overhead. Exhale, forearm plank. Splay right forearm in. Inhale, forearm side plank, left arm overhead. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, high plank, strong core. Exhale, dog pose. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. We flow. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, right knee, right triceps right away. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, right knee, left triceps. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, high plank. Breath in. Exhale, forearm plank. Sway left forearm in. Inhale, forearm side plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Splay right forearm in. Inhale, forearm side plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, dog pose. Inhale, your left heel high. Exhale, left knee, left triceps. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, high plank. Breath in. Exhale, forearm plank. Splay left forearm in. Inhale, forearm side plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Sway right forearm in. Inhale, forearm side plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, dog pose. Lower to hands and knees for just a moment. Sit back on your heels. Feel that your toes are curled under. We'll take a little chest expansion as our shoulders are doing a lot of work for us. Take your hands to your low back. Interlace all 10 fingers, make a fist. Squeeze your elbows in, and then extend your fist back. Notice if you want to overarch through the spine. Engage your front abdominals to pull the ribs in. Nice. Take your fist over to your right hip. Squeeze your elbows in. Take your fist over to your left hip. Squeeze your elbows in. Nice. Release your fist to your sacrum. Take one more reach back. And then gently release the bind, release your grip. Come to downward facing dog. We'll add on to our flow. I'm nice and sweaty. I'm nice and warm. Hopefully you are too. So listen for the changes in our addition. from your downward facing dog, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift your right heel high. A little different. Exhale, three-legged plank. Shoulders over wrists. Float your right toes just a few inches from the earth and point your right toes straight back. Shoulders at ears. Hug your left hip in. Now inhale, three-legged dog. Inner thigh takes you up and back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, right heel up and back. Exhale, right knee, left triceps. Inhale, right heel up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Pause. Exhale, hands to heart. Relax your elbows. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, hovering revolved crescent lunge. So rotate to the right, but left elbow hovers way above your right thigh. Press your fingertips together. Hug your right hip in. And power up your left hamstrings, your back leg. Feel long through your neck. Take an inhale. Exhale, full revolved crescent lunge. Left elbow connects to right thigh. Notice if your chest is way down here. Press your hands together to lift your chest up. Hug your right hip in again. Option to fly your arms. Option to take half bind with your right hand, reach around your low back, and use the connection between your right forearm and mid back to facilitate the twist. Or low back. Back leg is strong. Half binds, release to your open wings. And wings, pull your palms back together. You can stay here. You can always drop to your back knee as well. Just focus on the twist. Take some of the balance out of the posture. If you'd like to add on from your revolved crescent lunge, gaze forward of your mat. You may need a block or two for a little extra balance support. Gaze forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, revolved half moon. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left heel lifts. Left hand to a block or it floats. Right hand high. Breathe. Woo. And if you fall out, like I just did, because your right leg is really tired, no big deal. Come back into it. Take your time. You got 3 more rounds of breath. Super strong focus. Super strong breath. Drive through your standing heel. Pull navel to spine. Take an inhale to lengthen in opposite direction. Exhale, prayer twist. Step left foot to meet right. Palms together, left elbow, right thigh. Stay in your twist. Drop your hips, relax your shins forward, soften your toes. Option to fly your arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, standing forward fold. Let that go. Nod your head yes. Gently shake it no. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Breath in. Exhale, forearm plank. Stay here for your inhale, lift your side ribs. Exhale, dolphin pose. Send your hips up and back. Walk your toes in towards your elbows. So there is a tendency when the lats are really tight or really strong for the elbows to flare out towards the edges of the mat, the long edges. If you are experiencing that, bring your palms together so the pinkies connect to the mat, and then bring your elbows in towards your midline so you have a nice A-frame if you look down at your forearms. That should make your dolphin a little more bearable. Soften your knees, tilt your tailbone up. Really drive through your forearms wherever you are. Strong, open upper back. Last two. Breath in, relax your neck. Exhale, forearm plank. Pull the ribs in as you shimmy your feet back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, dog pose. Last side, and I'm going to turn around so I can face you. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, three-legged plank. Take your time to roll forward. Shoulders out of ears. Firm your right thigh for support. Inhale, three-legged dog. Take it back and up. Exhale, left knee, left triceps. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, left knee, right triceps. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, hovering, revolved crescent lunge. So find the rotation, but right elbow hovers above left thigh. Right inner thigh to the sky. Firm up your back leg. Try and stack your elbows. Hug your left hip in. Take an inhale. Exhale, full revolved crescent lunge. Right elbow, left thigh. Lift the chest again. Option to fly your arms. Option for the half bind with your top arm. Again, press forearm into mid or low back to help rotate your heart open. Check in with your breath. Half binds, release to wings. Wings, bring your palms back together. Again, you can stay. You can drop to your back knee, hang out here, or you like to add on, maybe, look forward of your mat. Make sure your block is handy. Take an inhale to lengthen your side body. Exhale, revolved half moon. So shift your weight to your left foot. Right heel lifts. Either right hand to a block or it floats above the ground. Left hand to left hip or left hand high to the sky. Woo! Breathe through the wobbles. Firm your right glute. Deepen your breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, prayer twist. Right foot meets left. Drop your hips. Palms together, right elbow, left thigh. Drop your hips lower than your heart. Lift your chest again. Option to fly. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Woo. Couple rounds of breath. Let your hamstrings release. Let your glutes release. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, elbow creases forward. Exhale, forearm plank. Breath in. Exhale, dolphin pose. Lift your hips, walk it in. Roll outer armpits in towards your face. The movement may not be as obvious or as deep as when you do it in your dog pose, but shoulders are in flexion here, so still working with the same movement, same action. Take an inhale, drive through your forearms. Exhale, forearm plank, walk it back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, dog pose. Breath in. Breath out. Lower to hands and knees. Whew, come to your glutes. I'm just doing a quick time check. Oh, we're doing awesome. So much time. Whew. Wipe off any sweat. Grab a sip of water. We're going to do a little more core, because when do we not do a little more core? Especially in my classes. We are core centric for sure. So this next bit of core, I think is really, really fun, and hopefully you do too. It's supine crow pose to low boat. Many of you have practiced crow pose and supine crow variations with me before, so hopefully this feels familiar. We did a few low boats if you took that option at the beginning of class. So again, if it hurts your low back to come into low boat, you're just going to stay in supine crow the whole time. You're getting lots of anterior, so front side core engagement in supine crow. That's plenty of core work, but if you want to take it up to the next level, find a little more challenge, whatever you want to call it, then low boat will be our connecting posture. So I'll stop explaining it and we'll start doing it. Come to your back. Hug your knees to your chest first. Just give yourself a little squeeze. And then take your knees wider than your ribs. Big toes together, heels together. So feet are in the air. Then palms to the ceiling. Lift your head and your shoulder blades up. Now, bring your inner thighs to touch your forearms. And as you do that, I want you to press out with your forearms. So feeling resistance between the two extremities. You can stay here, lift shoulders, lift tailbone up, or inhale to low boat, nice and long, hug the inner thighs. Exhale, supine crow. Inhale low. Exhale, crow. Inhale low. Exhale, crow. Inhale low. Exhale, crow. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Few more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Breath in. Lift your shoulder blades. Exhale. Release. Knees to chest. Woo. All right. Rock and roll up to a tall seat. Come into child's pose. So roll over your shins. Knees wide, knees as wide as it feels comfortable. Reach your arms forward, forehead to the earth. If your groin feels really tight, remember you can always take a block or even two. Stick it underneath your glutes to sit on in your child's pose. Sometimes bringing the earth a little closer to you can make for a more comfortable posture. Lift your forearms and elbows. Breath in. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. So walk your hands over to the left to open through your right side. You can always place your right hand on top of your left for something a little bit deeper. And inhale, walk back to center. Exhale, take it over to the right. Come back to your breath. Inhale, walk to center. Exhale, walk yourself up to a tall seat. Walk your hands back towards your legs. Bring your shoulders up over your hips. So, for our next part, we're going to move into fallen triangle. So, I'll do a little demo first, and then we'll do it together. Let me make sure I am facing the correct, yes. So for fallen triangle, your one of your hands will be your base. It's a modification or an amplification of side plank. We've done a lot of forearm plank and a lot of forearm side plank to help strengthen and stabilize the shoulder. Um, if you have any wrist or elbow injuries, you're just going to opt out of this and you can just watch me do it. You can take a little break, drink some water, because doing this posture from your forearms is wildly challenging. But if you can make it work, let me know and I'll try and make it work myself for just more opportunity to practice this pose. So it'll look a little something like this. You can watch me first, unless you want to do it 2 times on each side in total. That's cool. So from downward facing dog, on an inhale, you'll lift your heel high. Exhale, come forward to 3-legged plank. Pull the ribs in, shine the elbow creases forward, shoulders out of ear. Then inhale, up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left triceps. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left knee, right triceps. Pause. Ground your right foot, your back foot, all the way into the mat. Right hand goes high to the sky. Keep your left knee bent. Roll your left elbow crease forward. Squeeze your left lats, that space under the armpits. Reach up through right hand. Maybe you kick your left heel out. Rest your heel on the earth. You can take top arm overhead. Ooh, that feels good. Roll your heart open. And then maybe you pick the leg back up. Release right hand to the earth. Left foot to the earth. Downward facing dog. Okay, we got this. You got this. You can do it. I can hear and feel some of the giggles of like, really, we're going to do that right now? We've been working this in person for my Wednesday class for a few weeks. So if you haven't been able to join, hopefully this is nice. Your body's prepped and warm. We've done so much side body opening to get you ready for this. So, excuse me. As always, I eat so much before I teach. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. We'll do the right side and then we'll do the left side and then we'll have a nice cool down. So, downward facing dog. I'm going to turn around so I'm facing you. Take a deep breath in and an easy breath out. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, 3-legged plank. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, right knee, right triceps. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, right knee, left triceps. Pause. Connect your left foot, all of it, into the mat. Left hand high, right knee is bent. Lift your hips. Roll right elbow crease forward. Whoo. Now extend your right leg out. Release your heel to the earth. Lift your hips again. Left arm overhead, side body stretch. Roll your heart open. Nice. Now, maybe you pick your right leg back up. Breath in. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Right foot to the earth. Downward facing dog. Collect your breath. Those were some big moves, some big poses. Be proud of what you did. Be proud of trying it on. It's okay if it felt sticky or awkward, or if you were like, man, this is hella hard, because it is really hard, so good work. All right, left side, let's do it. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, 3-legged plank. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, left knee, left triceps. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, left knee, right triceps, pause. Right foot grounds to the mat, all the edges. Right hand high, left knee stays bent. Roll left elbow crease forward. Extend left leg out, release the heel. Right arm overhead, lift your hips. Roll your heart open. Ah. Strong right foot. Maybe you lift left leg back up. Breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Left foot down. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop all the way through to a seat. Grab a strap. If you're like, I don't have a strap, grab a belt. Grab a long towel, anything that has some extra length. From here, we're going to come into, well, here, the lighting's a little better here. The lighting keeps shifting because of the clouds today. Half Lord of the Fishes. So it's a nice outer hip opener. Your outer hips have done so much work for you the last 50 or so moments. And we have done a lot of twisting. So we'll just do a little more twisting to complete our twisting class. So take your left heel to frame your right hip. Take your right leg up and over your left. So you look a little something like this. You notice your right glute is coming way, way up away from the earth, or this just feels really tight through the hips or the low back. Extend your left leg long. Extend it forward of you. Give your hips and your low back a little more space. Now, wherever you are, take your strap or your belt or your towel and rest it on top of your left thigh. Now from here, let's see if I can do this right. I always mix it up. Take your right hand, reach around your low back, grab one side of the strap, have a good hold on that. Now inhale, left arm high, sit up tall, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, reach around the front of just reach your forearm around your shin, grab the other half of your strap, and then choke up on the strap in time. I guess you can say the fullest expression of the pose is to have your hands clasped together. Now, if you're like me and your shoulders, your pecs, your upper back are tight, whether it's from computer work or climbing or weightlifting, or just being like a modern day human, you may not have that mobility, and that's why we're using the strap or belt or towel. Now, gently rotate your chest to the right. Work that right shoulder back and open. Maybe after a few rounds of breath, you notice you can choke up on the strap a little more, work your fingertips closer together. Now, if you notice your right glute is coming up away from the earth and you're leaning back to the left, loosen your grip on your strap a bit so you roll forward on your sits bones. Take a breath in. Gently twist on your breath out. Untwist, unwind, find center. Unwind your legs, pedal them out, shake them out. Sometimes that feels good. And then bring your right heel in to frame your left hip. Left leg comes up and over your right. Rest your strap across your right thigh. Again, if left glute is coming up or this feels tight through the hips or low back, extend your right leg, your bottom leg, long or forward. Now, take your left hand back behind you. Grab a hold of your strap. You may need to use your right hand to help you out. Inhale, right arm high as you're ready. Exhale, wrap your forearm around your shin. Grab your strap. Choke up on it maybe a little bit. And twist to the left. Stay with the breath. Take one more inhale. Gently rotate as you exhale. Unwind, come to center, let the strap go. Open up your legs to a nice wide V shape. As wide or as narrow as it feels good. Take your hands next to your glutes, next to your hips, press down, lift yourself up a little bit, flex your toes towards your face, and then drop your glutes back down. Take an inhale. Exhale, wide-legged, seated, forward fold. Now, this is about as far as I can go. My inner thighs, my hamstrings are pretty tight. You may be in the same boat. If you have a little more flexibility, some of you may be able to bring your forearms down. Some of you may be able to bring your chest pretty close to the ground, but if you're not quite all the way there, you can always take blocks under your forearms, under your chest, under your forehead, so you're nice and supported in this posture. I'll turn and give you another angle. Just like with any forward fold, whether it's seated or standing, we want to tilt the tailbone up towards the sky. Notice how the front of my pelvis tilts forward and my tailbone tilts up. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, you may need to bend your knees to help facilitate that pelvic tilt, anterior pelvic tilt, I should say. Breath in. Tilt and fold on your breath out. Rise back up. Move your blocks away if you have them. Take your feet to the mat about hip width distance apart, ankles forward of the knees, and then take your hands way back behind you, but rotate the heels of your hands to face one another, so fingertips face the long edges of your mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest. Maybe you stay here. Maybe this is enough opening for your pecs, or breath in. Exhale, reverse tabletop, press down, lift up, squeeze your glutes, strong glutes, gaze up, neck is long. Try and open through your chest, inhale. Firm your glutes as you exhale. Nice. One more breath in, relax your toes. Exhale, release, come on down to your mat. Roll on down to your back. We'll come into reclined cow face. So cross right thigh on top of left like you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Lift your left foot away from the earth. Flex your toes towards your knees. Take one hand to each shin, then pull your knees into your chest. Gently send your tailbone towards the mat. Last round. Nice. Come into legs up the wall for just a moment. Transitionary posture, and then cross left thigh on top of right. Flex your toes, one hand to each shin, knees to chest, tail to earth. Ooh, you'll notice one side is probably a little tighter than the other. I for sure feel a deeper stretch on my left in comparison to my right. Last round. Nice. Return to legs up the wall, soles of the feet towards the sky, hands rest wherever is most comfortable. And then lastly, come into happy baby, knees wider than the ribs, wider than the shoulders.
Hands to calves, ankles, maybe the edges of the feet, but make sure your whole spine's connected to the earth. If you check me out, if you notice your booty is coming way up away from the earth, that means your groin, your inner thighs, your hammies are quite tight, and you just need to grab for something a little closer to your chest to help drop your tailbone down towards the mat. So some of you may grab the hamstrings, the backs of the thighs, the shins or the calves instead of the feet. Flutter your lips, let go of your jaw, let go of your tongue. And finally, release your knees to your chest. You have a couple of options for your final resting pose. You can just flop open into corpse pose, or to counter all of the twisting that we've done this class, you're welcome to take a nice supported fish pose for your final resting posture. So one block rests against the shoulder blades, lowest height, longest width. Second block comes underneath the head, and you can determine the height of the block that rests under your head. And before you get too comfy, dig your elbows down into the mat, lift your shoulder blades away from the block, shoulders down the spine, and then release the shoulder blades back to the block. Relax arms away from you, palms face up. You can do whatever you want with the legs, whatever feels best in your low back. Give yourself the permission to rest, to take up space. And I'll lead you out when it's time. Before moving, as always, consider if you have the gift of time to rest longer. If your body is asking to rest longer. If so, please do put me on mute, tune out my voice. If you're ready to move forward, deepen your breath. Gently roll off of your blocks onto your side body. Come into the fetal position. Use your biceps as a pillow to support your neck. Press yourself up to a tall seat. You're welcome to sit up on a block if that feels good. Rest your hands wherever is most comfortable, on your thighs, in your lap, hands at heart. And take another breath to close out. Exhale wherever you are. Inhale. Easy exhale. Bow forward to seal in your practice and honor yourself. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your trust. Namaste. Right on. Happy whatever day, whatever time you're tuning in. My name is Rachel. This is my pre-recorded Power Vinyasa class. We built up to Fallen Triangle this recording, so hopefully that was fun and funky. Hopefully you felt strong, and hopefully your side bodies now feel really, really open. I find that side body opening really helps with hip and low back discomfort, as opposed to doing like hip openers like half pigeon or double pigeon or reclined cow face. Those things are good too, but side body stretches really just get everything open and flowing. So if something felt good, felt weird, felt bad, leave a comment, shoot me a text, send me an email. Hopefully, I will see you in person soon. Enjoy the beautiful rainy weather we're getting. And yeah, thanks for your time. Okay, bye.